All right, on this episode of On the Road with Ice Castle, we have a awesome day planned up in Aitkin, Minnesota. We have a special guest, Dani, here from the 40 Club, and they have Bloody Marys on special today, and we're here for the Ice Castle Parade. It's going to be our actually Fish House Parade, but mostly ice castles. Stick around. We'll tell you a little bit more about the 40 Club and this great day up in Aitkin, Minnesota. It's fun to get to places like this, Dani, because I walk it in. I mean, look at this. We walk in, we got cocktails right away.
Absolutely, every time.
Every time. Tell me a little bit about your this nice little restaurant we came into today.
Sure. The restaurant is open 7 days a week. We've got lunch and dinner specials every day. I have 30 amazing employees that help me run it every day. The restaurant itself has been open for a really long time. I've owned it for a little over a year.
Oh, okay.
Good for you.
So,
Good for you. I mean, how did you get tell me a little of the backstory of how you got into the restaurant business.
I have a business partner, and he was in this particular restaurant for over 20 years and decided to move forward with purchasing the bar. Now he's more of a silent partner, which is working out great too. So that
Well, I can tell
wonderful.
just walking in, you have a great staff.
I do have a great staff. I couldn't do it without them.
I mean, this morning we're here. Actually, what gave us the reason to come up here is not only it's just a great area, but also ice is starting to form. And what better way to celebrate a great blistery day like today when the ice is forming than this Fish House Parade that's going on today?
Absolutely. Aitkin is very fun after Thanksgiving.
What? Tell me a little bit about the Fish House Parade today that's going to happen.
Sure. The Fish House Parade in Aitkin happens every year, the day after Thanksgiving. It's kind of a whole day event, actually, not just the parade, but there's a 5K that gets run in the morning. There is like a farmer's market set up in town. There's a sip and stroll downtown, so you can grab a cocktail and kind of meander around. Businesses are running different specials, different events. And then at 1 o'clock, there's the parade where different businesses and organizations in town decorate fish houses, put them on a trailer, and you see all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun.
What does the 40 Club do for specials? What do you guys do to bring them in?
Today we're doing a Build Your Own Bloody Mary bar.
That's right.
There we go.
One.
We got 'em.
Yeah.
Love it.
We've got one of our side rooms is going to be set up with a bunch of different games, so it's kind of a family-friendly atmosphere to come warm up. We've got 3 or 4 different lunch specials that are warm, kind of staying away from the cold sandwiches today and sticking with the scalloped potatoes and ham and a couple other things.
Nice.
Hot beef commercial. Yeah. we've
That's
got
awesome.
Hot drinks. We can do hot cocoa with some peppermint schnapps. We can do kind of whatever you're looking for.
Well, the ice is starting to form, and won't be long before all the ice fishermen are on the water. How does that impact your business?
We love the fishermen. We welcome them with open arms every day. We've got a hotel right next door to the restaurant, so it's kind of a nice place for fishermen that are not from the area to camp out, and we can warm them up with dinner and drinks after a long day of fishing.
Perfect.
How do you see your seasons change? Do you find more coming in the wintertime versus the summer? Or?
I think that it kind of varies on how the weather goes. I mean, last winter, everyone knows that it was not the best winter for ice or snow. I'm hoping for much better ice and snow this year. Summertime, we've got a lot of people that come up for their cabins and spend a lot of time supporting local businesses.
What are the most well-known lakes in the area? Obviously, you got Mille Lacs.
Mille Lacs is big. Cedar is pretty well known. I don't know. A lot of people have their little secret puddles that they like to fish.
Are you get out ice fishing at all, or?
When I have time, I do. Yeah, I've got a couple lakes north of town that I like to.
You won't tell that.
No, you can't tell secret spots.
Here we thought we'd come in, we get a little inside information, but yeah.
Shoot.
What inspires you to do what you do?
I mean, I love being a part of this community, and this restaurant is a staple in the community, and I love all of my people that come in and support me and my staff, and I love being able to turn around and support the community in return.
Did you grow up here? Are you a
I
local
did.
girl?
Yep. I graduated high school here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
What if I came in here? My first question is, I don't know anything on the menu. What would you say is your number one thing on the menu?
Depends on what day of the week you're here. We run prime rib on Fridays and Saturdays. That's usually a really hot seller.
Yeah.
But yeah, every Friday and Saturday we run prime rib. And then we usually have another either fish or other protein special that we run with that, a nicer steak or...
Can't beat the prime rib.
No.
How are your old fashions? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend, they're amazing.
Yeah. Well, Brady, see that? They're great.
I do.
They're
I
great.
have to try one out.
What? So tell us a little bit more about this. What are some of the unique things someone would see in this Fish House Parade today?
So, I don't know. I guess my favorites are watching the kids' organizations put their floats together. They always come up with some kind of a fun theme. And you've got the Hockey Association that usually does something fun. Dance team is usually doing something fun.
It's pretty unusual to have a like a winter event. There's not that many winter events out there anymore. There used to be. It seemed like a lot more, but that's really cool that it's done in the winter. You kind of look forward to some of the. I mean, you don't want it 20 below zero, but it's a perfect day. It's right around what's it going to be, about 10 degrees today, 10
think
degrees.
So, yeah.
So it's it's a little chilly, but it's perfect for making ice, getting people excited about getting on the lake. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Minnesota tough, right? We just got the weather and got to have fun in it.
Absolutely.
How do you cater to your ice fishermen and women that come in?
I would say, we've got a full dining room. We've got a full bar, full menu. We run the menu open to close. Kitchen closes at 10. I guess my favorite way to cater is just to make sure we've got good hot food. We're running a soup bar on Saturdays, so that if people are coming in and just want a quick lunch, whether they're coming in from the snowmobile trails or off the lake for a little bit, we can get them in and out quickly so they're not missing too much time enjoying their activities.
Go ahead, Brady.
Well, I'm just going to think you said you had 30 staff.
Yep.
And to have 30 staff in general just means you got a large operation. You're serving a lot of people, and you're obviously serving quickly. What's the seating capacity of the place here?
So we've got 2 side rooms for groups. One of them can seat up to 50 comfortably. One can seat up to, I'd say, 25 comfortably. And then our dining room, we can probably seat 120 people, and the bar can seat another 100 people.
Yeah. So. Any live music outside in the summers or anything like that yet?
Not so much live music. We do have a couple of volleyball courts.
Nice.
So we do Sam Volleyball League a couple nights a week in the summertime and run a fall league.
How many years have you owned the restaurant?
Just over a year.
Okay. So lots of challenges in your first year, I'm sure.
It's been interesting.
What do you think is your, like, someone that doesn't know the restaurant business? What would you say to someone that's thinking about getting into the restaurant business? What are the biggest challenges?
I would say right now the volatility of the pricing on things, and still having a little hard time getting product in sometimes. And there's always staffing issues.
Especially with you have a large staff.
We do. Yep. Yeah. And when someone is missing, you definitely feel the hole. So, yeah.
How do you find good servers? What's the key? What? Give me your questions you ask in the interview.
Oh man. Honestly, it's not necessarily about the questions. It's kind of about the vibe you get from somebody. Are they a people person? Is that somebody that is going to smile at customers when they walk in the door and greet them? Or is it someone who's going to be grouchy? We don't want grouchiness.
Yep.
And building those relationships with your staff, right? So they want to come to work every day, right?
Yep.
That makes a big difference.
We're definitely a team, and I love the team-based approach that I try and foster.
Yep.
Do you have a lot of regulars?
So many.
Tell me about people who come up during the summer, then come up during the winter, or
absolutely. We've got, like I was talking about, the cabin people. I think since COVID, a lot of people are spending more time at their cabins. They're able to work remotely a little bit more than they were probably pre-COVID. So I think we see a longer season of people spending time at their cabin. But it's wonderful when you people walk in, you know them by the first name, you know what they're drinking. You can have a drink on the table before they even sit down.
There's something super special about that, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah,
It's so great.
Love it. Is there a slow time here? Is it a slow season when you have so many lakes?
Yeah,
not really?
honestly, like I would say probably early January is a little slow. People are kind of recovering from the holidays
Sure.
and aren't necessarily going out quite as much. And
Yeah.
then probably in the spring, as everything is starting to thaw out before it's warm enough to really be outside
Sure.
again.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Aitkin. If someone is not familiar with Aitkin, what would you give me the short little bit about Aitkin?
That's a tough question. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in Aitkin. We've got great restaurants. We've got, there's different organizations that are working hard at bringing live music into town, more so in the summertime because we've got a really nice outdoor terrace that was built and opened this year. There's a couple places in town that, we've got a really great coffee shop. We've got just great businesses in general.
What is there a primary industry up here that kind of drives the area?
I would
So
say
outdoors probably.
outdoors
Tourism,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Tourism.
tourism.
The hospital brings in a lot. We've got a wonderful hospital. They just built a brand new surgery center. I don't know. We're kind of focusing a lot on the waterways. We've got the Ripple River and being able to get out and kayak, and we're on the Mississippi. So
Nice.
just trying to get people
Yeah.
outside and enjoying nature.
But still stopping in the 40 club.
Absolutely.
You can't spend. You got to come in
Gotta
once in
eat,
a while, right?
Everyone has to eat.
Yeah, exactly. What is the probably the biggest challenge when it comes to staffing? With your size of staff, it's got to be. How do you predict slows and peaks?
That's
and,
probably, that's probably the biggest challenge, I would say, is making sure that we're adequately staffed. I don't want to schedule people and then have to send them home right away because we're not busy enough. And I also don't want to underschedule and, fall on our faces for a
Sure.
shift because we're not prepared for a
Yeah.
rush that we didn't see coming. Luckily, we're able to track trends. And so I have an idea of what to expect on certain weekends or certain days, but it's always hit and miss.
weather's definitely got to be a big part of it.
Absolutely. We try to make notes of, okay, today's lunch was really slow, but it was the first snow of the year and it was cold outside. Or,
Yep.
This weird day in February was so busy, but it was 50 degrees outside.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're looking forward to hitting this parade. Oh, by the way, I should tell you that these podcasts are sponsored by Granite City Motor Car. Thanks to them for helping us make this possible. And always like and subscribe because you'll see more videos and get to meet people like Dani, right? This is great.
absolutely.
What if someone wants to find out more about your play? How do they find you? What?
The best way to find us would be on Facebook. Otherwise, give us a call. Someone's always answering the phone, and we can answer all the questions, or even just stop in and say hi.
Give them a great review while you're there.
Absolutely.
Tell them On the Road with Ice Castle sent you.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So we look forward to. We'll probably we're going to be up fishing this winter. So
We will come and have something to eat here.
That sounds wonderful. I
yeah,
look forward to
so-
seeing you guys.
all right. Well, sounds great. You guys have anything else to add?
No, I just appreciate you having us up here and sharing your
Yeah,
Bloody Mary
love
bar
Bloody
with us
Marys.
today. and
Anytime.
Cheers.
Awesome.
You bet.
All right. Well, thanks, Dani, for being a part of On the Road with Ice Castle.
Thanks for having me.